Hey guys, welcome back to another episode here at Build On Moto. We're back with the XR today. We got quite a few parts came in. We're still waiting on that seat cover we want to redo and get rid of that crack, but we've got a lot to do. We got to change out the spark plug. We want to check the compression. We got to change out some gaskets on the exhaust on this. We got to get his rear tire back together, get the brakes back in there, and then do an overall oil change and check up on this bike. I don't know that Caleb has checked his air filter, so we'll have to look into that. That might be an interesting one. So stay tuned. Also, hey, if you enjoy what you're watching, you can see early content on my Instagram or my Facebook. Make sure you follow me at Build On Moto. I'll put that somewhere in the corner here, but be sure to like and subscribe and enjoy the video. Cool, got both cameras running, and the first thing we want to start on, because I'm thinking we're going to work back to front on this bike, we're going to get that sprocket finally put onto this bike, and we've got some new hardware right here. The best part about this hardware is it's already got Loctite built in, so we don't have to worry about putting Loctite on these. We just got to make sure that we torque them. So when we get rolling here, we're going to check the torque specs, make sure everything's rocking, so we'll get right to that. All right, so I got everything that we need. We're getting our bolts out here. We've checked our torque specs. It's 50 foot-pounds, and according to 50 foot-pounds, it's 600 inch-pounds, and I have an inch-pound torque wrench here that we're going to use, the new one that we got. It goes up to that, so it actually goes up to 690. Caleb, your camera would get a better focus on that. 690 foot-pounds right there, or inch-pounds.
Hold on, don't have it focused yet. There we go.
So 600, it goes up to 960, so we've got 600 right here, and we'll go from there. So next things next is we're going to grab these bolts right here, and we're going to take them over to sprocket. Now these don't have anything on the top side, but the best part is since they have, like I said, that Loctite, which is perfect, we can set them all in. Now, we're going to get these bolts right here, get all of them in my hands, get all of these. Washer, then bolt, obviously. If you put bolt then washer, you might have an interesting day of being mad at yourself. The best part is there's this little cup right here. So we're going to take bolt, take washer, and you're not going to be able to see this very well. Caleb can probably get a better view. There we go, get that started. And it's just going to get up to that Loctite and it's going to stop. Washer, bolt, here. There we go. Tip my camera up a little so you can see there. Next, we're going to come over to this one. Washer on. Then the bolt. So on and so forth. After a while of doing things with a mechanic, and those of you that know how to work on cars and everything, you don't really need to feel what or see what you're doing to be able to do it. You just kind of feel for it, which is the best part. That new hardware looks good, Caleb. Okay, so got a bigger torque wrench. It's set to 60 foot-pounds. I might need Caleb's help, but we'll see. When you get these going, once you're settled in, you'll hear a nice click. Seems like it's clicking right there. All right, so you want to do 2 clicks. So we'll go ahead, we'll get all these torqued down, and we'll see you guys in a second. Now, one thing with torque wrenches you always want to make sure you're doing is deload them. Don't leave them loaded. It's not good for the torque wrench if you want to keep them in. So you get it just as far as it'll go, and then just kind of touch it till it's snug. Do that with both of them. I'm going to check with both my torque wrenches. Even though we're going to be using them later, we want to make sure that we're undoing all of the load. So deload your torque wrench, just touch it, bam. Torque wrenches are set for the next part. Okay, so the next thing we want to look at, the rear axle bolt. Anytime that you take these apart, there's going to be sand. If you were to zoom in on that, Caleb, you could see that right here, right in that spot, there's a lot of dirt there happening. I'm sure there's some dirt that's on this side, and it's really dark. So we're going to take some brake clean. We're going to clean this axle off for a moment, and then we're going to go ahead and re-grease it, put it in, get this adjusted, and prepare to put the chain and the brake back on this bike. All right, so we're going to go ahead, because of the way this bike is made, we can kind of set this axle through this before. But what we'll do is we'll take a little bit of grease out of this guy here. So a little grease. Now we don't have to go too crazy. There's a little something there, probably a ball bearing or something there. This is like our all-purpose grease at this place. It's just bearing grease. A nice layer all over this. It's important that you grease this rear axle. So don't miss out on greasing your rear axle. Now we'll come on over here. We're gonna go ahead and shove him through. Now on this particular bike, axle comes in from the sprocket side. There's a lot of grease going there. We're gonna transfer that grease onto this side. Take him, shove him in. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, with this bike, we can also, let me clean my fingers off just a little bit. Grab these parts here, put them on. So this isn't a forward rotation on this bike. Actually, scratch that. This little guy first. He goes on. Then this guy and the forward rotation that it's in. And then the axle nut here goes on. All right, so next we want to look into these brakes. See how warped that one is? That one's pretty bent, so we're going to get him out. What it starts with is this Allen key right here. We're going to pull that Allen key out. We're going to start and tear this apart. We're going to push the piston back and prepare this to go back on the bike with that rear axle. So we'll come in here. Let's see if it comes out. Nice, comes right out. I think you've had that apart before, haven't you, Caleb?
Yeah.
Pull this guy right apart. Set him aside with those. Next, pull these guys right out. Oh yeah, look how warped that dude is. Good focus to get there compared to a flat. Might be even good to do this. I'd say those got nice and warm when that locked up in the middle of the trail. We could probably cue that one right there. You could see that part where it exploded on us. I got down here and I kept doing this.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead. We're going to push this piston back. Sometimes you can just push them back by finger. Bam, that did. Now your caliper is getting a little stuck, but I'm not super concerned about it. I'm going to go grab that bearing grease real quick. The bearing grease, bring it on over here. Now, one thing I knew somebody that put grease on the pads, and he's like, my rear brake isn't working. You don't want to grease your pads. I'm putting a very thin layer on here and in these threads to help this slide and glide a little bit better. But you do not want to put too much in there. So we're going to put a little bit on this dude here. We'll pull him out. That guy there, so we'll put a little bit on him. I wish my hands were more big. More bigger. Terrible grammar. I wish they were a little bit bigger when my brain starts working so that I could fit. He'll settle back down in there. Put a little bit on this guy. A little bit on this guy. Just a smidge. Nice little grease bit there. Get him sit back where you belong. Got that figured out. I had that clip upside down. Everything settles in there properly. So we'll get this guy to sit in the back. Push this guy through a little bit. Now we're going to get that other brake caliper or brake pad in there. This dude right here. Set him in. Drop it down. Push through. We'll start that bolt. Now they're going to settle and they're going to stay. Take this dude. Run him in. There we go. And we got new brakes. So next we can go ahead and take this dude over to the bike and get it installed. So we'll take it on over there. Get him, I gotta remember. I think it was this way. No, hold on, brain's working. Brain's waking up. Just like so. So we'll pull this guy out the way. Oh, I put that pin on. This guy out the way. Next, this little groove right here slides in right there. And it all kind of goes in together. See that? So I'll put this guy on the bike. Spread him out, set him over. Next, there's a little groove right there. Yep. Pick him up. Focus on that bottom bracket first. Everything out where it belongs. This side. Everything out where it belongs on this side. Now we're starting to get tight. This is where it takes a second. Can be a pain in the butt. Sometimes it's a little bit of a figure it out game. That's why. So this had to tip down a little bit more. Set him here for a second again. Now we have all the road in the world. Now what I was running into is right here, there's a little piece that slides into that groove. So that little knob sticking out. It was up here. I had to rotate it down a little bit, and that allows the wheel to slide into place. Get everything locked in. Last time it was sitting around 40. Now, until we get the chain on, we don't really want to do too much here. We can kind of start and get this close so it doesn't fall out. And then this dude needs to stay up where he was at. I gotta back that up, put him up where he belongs. Come on, little guy. My toes are freezing and it's because of you. Stay where you belong. Everything where it belongs, close to where it is. So now that's in there. Now the adjustment is you rotate these forward to bring it back on both sides. Whatever you gotta do. And that's how these adjust. All right, next, make sure you have your washer, bolt washer. This dude, and this is a new makeshift line that's gonna go in. It's gonna go right in here. It is easier to do this with it off, I'm not gonna lie to you. So since we don't have that all the way in, we can slide it back, rotate it up just a smidge. Come on, tire. Back just a little more. There we go. We're gonna grab our 12 millimeter and get that all squared away in 1 second here. Got this 12 millimeter here. This guy torqued down. There we go. Brakes on there. Now we can reinstall. Got a new chain. Caleb got here. Now this is pre-greased, so we're going to try not to get it on the floor, but chains are chains. If you drop it, you drop it. We got our new chain part here. I might have to take this guy off. We'll see. If I can feed her through, I can feed her through. If not, I'm a pain in the butt. Come on, girl. Work with me a little. See if I can't get her to rotate here. Around. Ah ha 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 ha. Too good. Too good. Fall down through here. Chain out. Make sure we run it through this guy here. And I like to get towards the top right here. Now, we don't need all of those links, obviously. We're going to be removing some of those, which is where this tool that I have kind of comes in clutch. This guy, you can split these chains with it. You go over it, you focus on the previous link back here, and it will bust this through. Now, since we're setting this a little farther forward, around 35, and it was at closer to 40, that leaves us some stretch room. So we're probably going to break that link right here and give us some extra room. So this guy right here is going to be our link break. Make sure everything, again, we want to make sure everything's tight. Everything's where it belongs. This guy is going to be our broken link right there. So we're going to break off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 links. So with this guy, push that nipple there. I'm going to make sure I can see myself. Push that nipple down. We're going to screw it out. There we go. And it kind of sits over top of the link. We'll kind of get her all squared away here. Yep, slid off my thing there. Make sure I've got the right one. Screw this guy down. Make sure we've got the right link here. This guy out a little bit. Come over top of the link. Bam, so now we're good. Let's double check. Yep, that's the right link. I did one time screw this up, and it is not fun to mess this up. So we're going to tighten that down. Now we run this dude down. Now we're through. See, there's the pin. Got that pin, we'll set it right there. Now we're going to back this guy out. I could use the impact, but I'm not a fan of the impact when it comes to making these things happen because I don't want to break anything more than what I'm trying to get through. So we're going to pull this guy out. Come out as far as we can, and then undo this dude. Bam. Now, that link should just kind of come apart. We'll reset here, rotate everything back. Set this guy here. Get this guy settled. Now, we want the master link. Master link comes in a bag. There's more important things about the master link that you got to pay attention to. Rotate this guy forward. We'll put that master link in so it stops falling out. Sometimes it can be a little bit of pain. Okay. Now, the master link comes with a couple pieces. I like to put words out. It's DID chains. Cool, we got that. This is the important part. You don't want to put this forward because as it rotates around, it could get caught on debris down here. You want to make sure that you have it rotated forward and back so that when it goes this way, it's constantly pushing it back on. So I'm going to go ahead and take this dude, push him over, and then I like to rotate it onto an angle here so I can see it. We can go ahead and pinch. I like to grab the back stud on the back of it and just kind of pinch it on there. Similar to how we took it off. Bam. Master link is installed. Chain is on. Everything's ran where it belongs all the way up into here. And it's on our new piece here, which we put in the last video. So we can go ahead and we'll tension this chain. All right, next thing's next. We're going to take care of his rear brake here. We're going to take this cap off. You kind of want to watch this because if this gets empty when you are working on refilling the system, then you're just sucking air bubbles. So one thing that I bought this little kit. Comes with this little hose we can kind of stick over top of this dude right here. And it is an 8mm wrench is what we're using. We're going to break it free first. Okay, broke it free. Get my wrench set where I want it here. See if this system works when I open her up. There it goes. Now I see that fluid moving. So we're sucking from this into here and we're waiting for it to fill up. The fluid will naturally flow into here as it comes out. We're just sucking all that fluid down. Take my wrench, make sure it's open. Tis. Stop her there. Closed her off. We're getting a pretty good pedal here. Starting to get a pretty good pedal. Starting to get empty, so we got to put some more in there. Fill it up. We'll pump it some. Feels like a pretty solid pedal there. I'm not going to lie already. Let's lay that down. We're going to spin, stop. Pretty good pedal, Caleb. I'd say we can stop there because you've got a nice hard pedal again. Everything's pulled through. We are getting a solid stream. So, once you get all the air out of line, you want to check that. It is saying that is the upper level of that. You don't want to overfill this dude here. So we'll go ahead. We'll take this dude. Just like the little top piece. Put him on in there. And then we're going to cap it off. And we have successfully redone your brake line. Cool, so now we've got everything ready. We're gonna go ahead and put on his new kickstart. Get this guy onto the spline. Pull that bolt out of there. So when you put these kickstarts on, you wanna make sure that you've got full rotation, but that you're not running into anything. You see that? Got a good rotation, but we're not hitting anything. It's not vibrating, so that's right where that belongs. We're gonna use an Allen head, because that's what we had lying around the shop here. Got to find the spot. There's like a happy medium center there. Goes right through like a groove that it rests in. That Allen key put in there. We had to chase the threads on this. It was stripping out just a little, and we gave ourselves room for a bolt on the other side. Get this guy pretty tightened down here. I'd say that's on there pretty good. So next what we're going to do is I'm going to put a bolt on that back side to really pinch this, make sure it's not coming off. Got this guy. This is just kind of extra safety precaution. You don't have to add this extra nut. But with where we're going, I'd rather have it than not. This dude on there. Now I got to get on both sides of this and pinch it together at the same time. So we'll get this guy tightened back up. We're going to hold it. Just pinch it. This is overkill, yes, but again, we're not getting stranded. Oh yeah. Now we've noticed there's a few parts missing here on his bike. We'll look into what those are. I think this probably is a decompression lever if I had to guess, but it's not hooked up currently. We'll get that all hooked up futuristically as we've been working on this bike, but let's go ahead. We'll get Caleb on the bike and see if this thing kickstarts.
Am I good? All right, this is going to be a challenge, I have a feeling. It hasn't been started in a while.
It's been a minute since it's been started. Make sure you got to put the spark plug back on. Remember how to hook that?
That would definitely help.
Just going to go ahead and get this guy all taken care of right here. Guys, this is my first time running a bigger camera. I wish me luck with this.
It's worth more than the bike.
Spark plug's back in.
Let's see. Are we in?
Caleb, you excited to get this thing working with actual brakes on it and everything?
Oh, yeah, it's been too long since I've had brakes.
It's been way too long since he's had some brakes.
Oh, this is fun.
Make sure she's not in gear, too.
Yep. Is she? No, she's not spinning. Yeah, we're good. All right, let's see. Let's find the top dead center.
Two kicks.
There we go. Ah.
If not running in a while, 2 kicks is a pretty good bike.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
What do you think of that?
Oh boy.
Look at that smile. You got a smile on his face. It's good to see the bike running.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. We'll get that figured out. It's because she's cold, but we'll start from there. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's all we're going to be able to accomplish in this episode. So,
Yeah.
what do you think, Caleb? You want to shoot the outro this time?
No.
Come on, you know what to tell him. You know what to tell him.
What do I tell them? To like, subscribe, follow you?
Hey guys, thanks so much for joining this week. You got to see a little bit of Caleb today. We love having Caleb on this channel with his bike, and he might even get a new one in the future. We'll see. But for now, this bike is running great. We're getting a lot taken care of. We got the chain, the brake, the kickstart's back on this. Everything's running well with it currently. First start since that last run when we had to bump start it. So it's a shame when a bike never runs that long, but we got a few more things we want to do on this in the next video coming out, including air filter, oil change, spark plug swap out. We're going to do a compression test on this and to look into some missing parts on it. So thanks so much for watching. As always, like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.